check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Work on your personal philosophy. Your personal philosophy is like a guidance system. And your guidance system only does two things. One, helps you to see the dangers over here so you don't build on the sand. Now, your guidance system also helps you to find the opportunities over here. And this is what the drama of life is all about. Danger riding side by side with opportunity. Los Angeles, a place for the most extraordinary opportunity probably in the world, side by side with danger. If you're a pedestrian and the light turns green, you better not walk for a second or two. To what? Save your life. Danger and opportunity. Learning to understand one so you can avoid it, how to cash in on the other. The guidance system must start early. And the temptation is always there. When I was a little kid growing up, I saw this cartoon of a little boy with a little devil on one shoulder and a little angel on the other shoulder, both whispering in his ear. What is that? It's called high drama. Every day of our life we are tempted. Sometimes it could be fatal in a moment. Here's a father who loves his family. He's a respected citizen. He's got a thriving business, but he's late for an appointment. And the light turns red and the voice says, go, you can make it this time. Go. And now he's dead. This is not a bad man. This is a careless man. So everybody's guidance system has got to be alert and working. Whether it's a moral question, ethical question, all the rest. That's why the great prayer says, lead us around temptation. This is part of the great drama, the spoiler and the creator. Why this drama? Because it's the only way to create a human drama. Here's what it seems like. Opposites are in conflict and we are in the middle. Whether it's in business, whether it's home, friendship, health, no matter what it is. It's the drama. In your bloodstream, there are red corpuscles to nourish and give life like a mother, and white corpuscles to fight like a father. And you got to have both. White corpuscles say, just show me some infection, I'll kill it. Because if I don't kill it, what? It kills you. Somebody's going to get killed today. So the war is going on. Friendly bacteria and unfriendly bacteria. But what if you picked up a book and the first chapter said, everything's fine. Second chapter, everything is just fine. Fourth chapter, everything's fine. Would you finish the book? First chapter, the war is on. Let me read the second chapter and the third chapter. Let me give you the last illustration. Would it be possible to win if you couldn't lose? What if you put a football under your arm and we all went with you to the nearest football stadium and you crossed the goal line? Would we cheer and call it a touchdown? It's not a touchdown until you face the 300-pounders. And all we have to do now is figure out in our business, social, personal, daily life how to multiply all life systems by following a few simple guidelines. One is understanding, first of all, philosophy being like the set of the sail on a sailboat. The wind is always blowing, but to get to your dreams and the things you want for yourself and for your family and the money and all the rest, you don't have to curse the wind. All you have to do is set a better sail. You will get so good at setting sail that no matter what winds blow, it still takes you toward your destination. Making sure you're not building on sand. It starts with personal philosophy. You can tear up the old script and design a new one, starting at this convention. And you can change a little or you can change a lot. Here's what's extraordinary about human beings. And it's all a matter of personal choice. You can go with the old script or with the new script. At age 25, I decided to tear up the old script. My mentor said, Mr. Rohn, you've been working 6 years. How are you doing? I said, not very well. He said, I suggest you not do that anymore. He said, couldn't we go over the last 6 years and find out where your errors in judgment were? And couldn't we correct those and invest that correction in the next 6 years? I said, I guess we could. That's how I went from pennies to fortune. So, however much you want to change, that's up to you. But see, if there's a class and you don't take it, and a discipline and you don't try it, then who are we going to blame? Nobody but yourself. Jot this little phrase down, and it wouldn't hurt to memorize it. From testimonials and personal experience, we have enough information to conclude that it's possible to design and live an extraordinary life. I'd like to have you remember that for the rest of your life. Now, let me give you the rest of my ideas. The first one was personal philosophy. Learning to judge between darkness and light. Then here's the key, to cooperate with the positive side. It's like your health. But what if the body calls for a banana and the guy sends it a Budweiser? Now, if you sent the wrong material, couldn't the body now say, whose side are you on? Now here's 4 more key ideas. One is personal philosophy. Here's the next one, attitude. First, it's what we know so we can make wise decisions about danger and opportunity. But second is how we feel. First, it's how you feel about the past. Not carry it like a burden, but let the wise lessons you learned from the past now serve as fuel to furnish the future. Next, a good attitude about the future. You got to set your goals. I started this process when I was 25. Literally rocked my world, changed my life. Here's how simple it is. Decide what you want, write it all down. Just make these lists. And put everything on your list. Little things, insignificant to someone else, important to you. I put a little revenge on my first list. Some of the people who said I couldn't succeed, they went on my list. Couldn't wait to get my new car, drive it up on their lawn. Say, oh, pardon me, here's the money to have it fixed. Little satisfactions, right? Set your goals. Decide what you want. Write it down. It's powerful stuff. Next, it's how you feel about everybody. You cannot succeed by yourself. So a unique sense of appreciation of everybody goes with the territory of leadership. The gift of America is everybody who came over the last 200-300 years, bringing with them their gifts. Gift of medicine, gift of healing, gift of music, gift of the work ethic. So learn to appreciate the gifts. Now, the last attitude is how you feel about yourself. Nothing more powerful than self-esteem, which creates self-confidence, doing what you know you should, so that at the end of the day, you have high self-esteem. Now, here's the third of the 5 ideas, activity. The old formula says 6 days of labor, 1 day of rest. Don't rest too long. The weeds take the garden. That's how you turn nothing into something. You know, some are trying affirmations, but that's silly. Someone says, every day in every way, I'm getting better and better. What if that's not true? Make this note, affirmation without discipline is the beginning of delusion. It's not called 6 days of affirmation. It's called 6 days of what? Work. But why embrace the work? It is because the work builds the city, conquers disease. The work builds a career. It's the work that builds a relationship. So embrace and look forward to the work that changes ideas and faith into reality. Wisdom and faith, uninvested in activity, serves no purpose. Now, here's the last 2. Measure progress. If you're going to play the great drama game of life, the key is to keep measuring progress to see how you're doing. How's your income doing? How are your investments doing? Measuring progress. That's what we call the name of the game. You must make measurable progress in reasonable time. Now, we must be reasonable with time. Can't say to someone every 5 minutes, how are you doing now? Here's reasonable time. 1, at the end of the day. The old prophet said, if you're angry, try to solve it before the sun goes down. Tomorrow it might be too heavy to carry. Today, to count, how are you doing? You have how many properties now? Count. That's the deal. Success is a numbers game. And you've got to set up your own measuring system. Don't wait for somebody else to do it. Because society doesn't demand that you build a financial wall around your family nothing can get through. That you must demand of yourself. You must be responsible enough to measure yourself. How are you coming on this financial wall around your family? How are you doing? Find some ways to measure so you don't become disillusioned, thinking, oh, it looks okay, when it really isn't okay. Measure, check. It's the game to play. Now, here's number 5. And it's called lifestyle. Because the essence of life is not a Ferrari or a bank account. Here's the essence of life. Learning to live a good life. Productivity is the name of the game. Biggest share of our life is to produce. The old prophet said, the sleep of a laboring man is sweet. Producer, not a drifter, not the sleep of a joker.